It's Wednesday night after a long day, and the last thing you want to do is cook dinner from scratch. But you still want a satisfying, tasty meal without the guilt? Enter your freezer's sidekick, Cauliflower. From thin and crispy cauliflower crust pizzas to all-natural white meat chicken tenders and more, Cauliflower is gluten-free always, satisfies every craving, and is ready in minutes. Cauliflower is available in freezer aisles nationwide. Visit eatcauliflower.com/where-to-buy to find a store near you.
Offer valid on standard browsers, U.S. only.
When I heard about Date My Age, I thought, really? But there I was in my empty, quiet house, my laptop on the kitchen counter, and I typed in my name. Looking for a man between the ages of 40 to 60? Sure, why not?
Date My Age is different. With verified profiles, you can feel safe and secure to explore meaningful connections with interesting and mature singles.
Date My Age made it really easy. I could join and view online profiles for free. All of a sudden, my empty house wasn't so quiet anymore. I got so much attention, it just made me feel seen and alive. Date My Age helped me start a totally new chapter in my life.
Find a friend, a lover, a partner at Date My Age. Get 60% off when you join at datemyage.com today. That's datemyage.com to connect with thousands of singles worldwide. datemyage.com.
You're listening to Missing Persons, brought to you by AbJack Entertainment. Be sure to check out some of the other great true crime podcasts from this network, including Scene of the Crime, The Murder in My Family, 3 Men and a Mystery, Malice, and DNA ID. All of these podcasts are available for you to binge on right now, wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe where you're listening to this podcast so you don't miss an episode.
The views and opinions expressed by guests on this podcast do not necessarily represent those of the podcast, its creators, or sponsors. If you would like to discuss a missing persons case on this podcast, please be sure to visit missingpersonspodcast.net. This episode may contain unsettling or disturbing subject matter. Listener discretion is advised.
Bonus episode, Veta Belford. This bonus episode of Missing Persons will cover the case of Veta Belford, who went missing on October 17, 2020, from Sacramento, California. Since we interviewed Veta's mom, Agnes Belford, this week, Veta was located safe. But we thought listeners might be interested in hearing this story because it appears that Veta staged her own disappearance and deliberately vanished. Last October 2020, 19-year-old Veta Belford, who is of Samoan heritage and was raised mostly in Hawaii, was a full-time student studying business management at Sacramento State. Veta lived at home in Sacramento with her mom, stepdad, and 2 of her 3 sisters. She was very active at the family's church where she was a youth leader. The family had lived in the Sacramento area since 2013, and Veta graduated from a local high school. Before moving to California, the family lived in Alaska and Las Vegas. Veta has been described as a quiet person who is a homebody, somebody who preferred to stay home than go out. She had never spent any time living or traveling away from her family. Veta had picked up a job working weekends at a Sacramento area Home Depot as a cashier. According to her mom, she had been working there for a couple of months, and she really seemed to like the work. On Saturday, October 17th, Veta's mom, Agnes, dropped her daughter, who did not drive, off at work around 2:00 p.m. While Veta was at work, she texted her mom that she would see her that night around 11. The store closed before that hour, but Veta usually stayed to close the store and clean up. When Agnes showed up later that night as planned, she texted Veta that she was there in the parking lot, but Veta didn't come out or respond to the texts. Agnes tried calling Veta, and her phone went straight to voicemail, which was very concerning. Eventually, the worried mother went and knocked on the door and asked after her daughter. But to her surprise, she was told that Veta had left the store after being fired. The manager would not tell Agnes why, but another employee told her that Veta had been let go for eating a candy bar while she was on duty and not paying for it. In a very strange turn of events, the manager apparently told Agnes that they had paid Veta the back pay they owed her in cash, amounting to some $1,300. Veta had left the store between 3:00 and 4:00 p.m. that Saturday. Surveillance footage shows her leaving the store and walking away toward the nearby Applebee's and AT&T store. She has not been seen since. Agnes called 911 from the car and police arrived, and she officially reported her daughter missing after midnight on October 18th. The family also scoured the area around Home Depot and posted missing persons flyers in stores that were amenable. The family also hired a PI and spoke to friends of Veta's from work and school. They were not able to find anybody who knew anything or would admit to knowing anything. Veta's phone remained off and had last pinged near the Home Depot, but they were able to determine, because Agnes shares a wireless account with Veta, that she had searched for bus tickets, California to New York City, on the day she vanished. A trip to the Greyhound station told the family that someone had indeed bought a ticket using the name Veta Belford for $273 in cash. This was around 10 o'clock p.m. But they could not tell her who had bought the ticket, whether the ticket was actually used, or whether Veta had actually boarded the bus, which left at 10:05. And the Belfords did not have any friends or relatives in New York, so this information was extremely confusing to the family. Veta took nothing with her other than her usual crossbody purse when she left the house that day. All her belongings were still in her room. The detective told Agnes that Veta had not accessed her bank account since she disappeared. This is usually a very bad sign, as we know. If someone intends to start a new life, they need access to funds. But it wasn't clear how much money was actually in Veta's account, and as we know, she did have $1,300 in cash on her. Veta also did not have a boyfriend that the family knew of at all. She had no health issues and had had a checkup fairly recently. She did have social media, spending most of her time on WhatsApp and TikTok. It's not really clear whether the family was able to access these accounts and inspect them to see who Veta was talking to, but if they were, they did not provide any answers. Veta also loved Netflix, and there is some indication that she may have accessed Netflix on some device on the day she vanished. The family looked at the phone records and could see that for the 3 weeks prior to the day she was last seen, Veta made very few calls. The only calls that lasted longer than seconds were with her mother and one coworker. Texts, however, the family could not view. The Sacramento police detective who was assigned to the case went through all the usual steps in a missing persons case. He collected DNA from the family, perused Veta's laptop, and entered Veta as a missing person in all the relevant databases. He checked with the Social Security Administration and passed along her vital statistics to the Attorney General's office and the California Department of Justice. The detective told Veta's mom that he was working on obtaining surveillance footage from the bus station, so they could maybe determine whether Veta had actually boarded the bus to New York. He did find the security footage from Home Depot, which shows Veta walking away on the day she was fired. Plus, volunteers contacted shelters throughout New York City, alerted New York authorities to Veta's missing person status, and contacted the Samoan embassy there. None of these efforts turned up any leads. Veta's family also says that they were told a number of times that at age 19, Veta was considered an adult, and if she was missing, there was only so much police could do. When she vanished on October 17, 2020, Veta Belford was 19 years old, 5 foot 4 inches tall, weighed approximately 215 pounds, and had brown eyes and black hair. She was last known to be wearing a brown and orange striped flannel shirt, denim pants, a rainbow ring that belonged to her grandfather, and a small cross-body bag. On Wednesday of this week, Agnes Belford posted on Veta's Web Sleuths page. I've edited it for clarity, but essentially her post says as follows. Hi everyone. God is so good to me and my family. God answers our prayers. I don't know where to start. Thank you everyone for all your prayers and your support. My daughter video chatted with us today. We have been on video chat for 6 hours. She is doing fine. She has been working and she is staying in her own place. She has a good job and is taking her classes at the university again. She has some savings on site, which is why she never touched her bank account. She used that money to move into her place. She is safe. I am so happy. We likely will never know exactly what happened on October 17, 2020, and when and why Veta Belford decided to disappear. It seems likely that she purchased a burner phone so her family could not reach her. She had secret money that they weren't aware of, and she thought this through. Another thing we don't know is whether she actually went to New York. The amount of cash someone laid out for a one-way bus ticket is significant, too much to have simply been a red herring. Perhaps Veta is in New York and is taking her classes at Sacramento State online, which is what she was doing anyway before she left. Veta's case is one of the few that we have run across where the missing person is found safe and simply decided to disappear. We wish her and her family well. Mike Morford sat down with Agnes Belford, Veta's mom, for Missing Persons. That conversation is coming up after a word from our sponsors.
It's Wednesday night after a long day, and the last thing you want to do is cook dinner from scratch. But you still want a satisfying, tasty meal without the guilt? Enter your freezer's sidekick, Cauliflower. From thin and crispy cauliflower crust pizzas to all-natural white meat chicken tenders and crowd-pleasing snacks, Cauliflower satisfies every craving. Cauliflower's products are your favorite comfort foods, but made better for you and gluten-free always. The best part? You don't have to sacrifice taste or time, so you can honor your cravings without compromising. Craving pizza? You can enjoy Cauliflower's delicious margarita pizza for only 370 calories for half the pizza. Looking for easy snacks that kids and adults alike will love? Cauliflower's baked, never fried pizza snacks are nostalgia reimagined and ready in 5 minutes. Cauliflower's products are available in freezer aisles nationwide. Visit eatcauliflower.com/where-to-buy to find a store near you.
Let's be honest. Most of us have a love-hate relationship with wired bras. We love the lift, but hate the digging. We love the support, but hate feeling trapped. Well, Knix just changed everything with FreeFlex, a wired bra actually designed to work with your body, not against it. FreeFlex features a revolutionary flexible wire that moves when you move, bends when you bend, and keeps everything exactly where you want it. No poking, no stabbing, no constant readjusting, just freedom to move. It also has a demi-cup shape for a natural lift with a lower neckline that flatters in everything from V-necks to dresses. And because it's from Knix, it's available in sizes for every body. Experience the first wired bra you'll actually want to wear all day. Visit Knix.com for 15% off your order with FreeFlex15. That's KNIX.com, code FreeFlex15 for 15% off. Knix.com.
Hi everyone, it's Mike Morford. I just wanted to remind you that as Jess mentioned at the beginning of this episode, this conversation that I had with Agnes, Veta's mom, just happened days ago, less than 24 hours before Veta was found safe. So the pain and frustration that you'll hear in this episode is still fresh, and it gives you an insight of just what a desperate mom was going through before her daughter was found safely. This episode should serve as a reminder to all of us that sometimes people that go missing voluntarily, and that whatever reasons they have for choosing to do that, it's technically their right. We hope that you're enjoying this bonus episode. Thank you. Hi, Agnes, and thank you for coming on to talk about your daughter's case with us.
Hi.
I'm happy to have you here and happy to help you spread the word and get your daughter's case out there so people can know that it's still need an outcome.
Okay, thank you.
Can you start off by telling us a little bit about Veta's home life at the time she went missing? Did she live with you and your entire family? Did she have a large family?
Yes. She's staying with us parents and her 3 other sisters and 1 brother.
And how long had you been living in where you live now?
We moved here since 2013 until my daughter went missing.
All right. And Veta was a full-time college student, is that correct?
Yes.
And she had a job at the Home Depot, but according to what's been reported, she usually didn't drive herself. She wasn't independent. She didn't want to go places on her own. How did she manage to go to college and hold down a job that way? Was it tough for her to get around and tough for her to go places?
No, it's not. Because us parents, we pick her up and drop her off. She's that type of person. She's private. She's quiet. If you never talk to Veta, she's not going to talk to you. She's that type. She want to do her own thing, like even our home, all she do just cool, doing her online classes, and when the time she go to work, she go to work. And if we try to tried to take her out, and she said, I'm tired. That's why we all kind of shocked away, disappear without a trace. That's why I'm still, as a mother, I'm still trying to live day by day and try to survive and find an answer regarding my daughter.
How long had she been working at the Home Depot?
It's just like a couple months. I believe it's like 2 to 3 months. She used to work for Wendy's before.
And then she got the job at Home Depot and started working there instead. And did she like that job there?
Oh, yes. She loved that job.
What did she do there typically?
Cashier.
Okay. And the day she went missing, she went in. Was that scheduled the normal time that she was supposed to go? Was she scheduled that day typically to go in?
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about the last day going there to work? She went in and she was told, and you didn't find this out till later, that she was laid off. What was the reason why they laid her off? Did they say that?
We don't know she laid off until I went there and picked her up at around 11. I get there around 10:30, because she usually get off around 11, because she said after her normal shift, she usually stay and put a little time overtime, helping them stocking at the store and stuff like that. So we don't know anything until I went there to pick her up. The last text I got from my daughter, I see you tonight, Mom, at 11. I love you. That's the last text I got from her. She usually do that to me, text me. And I sent her the text back. I love you too. I see you tonight. And that's it. Then I went and picked her up at 10:30. Then I sent her a text because I don't want to bother her. And then I wait. Usually when I send a text, she responded, I will be out soon, Mom. Then I thought that night, oh, maybe she's busy. Then I wait, because I know it's not even 11 o'clock yet. But I usually, when I get there at the parking lot, I just text her, letting her know I'm outside the parking lot. And then I'm still waiting. And she never responded. Then I look at my phone. It's almost, it's past 12. Text her. She's not responding again. Then I called her. The phone straight to voicemail. I tried second time. Her phone straight to voicemail. So that's where I start panic, because I know my daughter's phone never turned off. And then I went and asked one of the Home Depot employee was at the front door, because the door is already closed. I'm not here to break in. I just need to know if my daughter's still working. And then she told me, oh, you never know she was laid off. She was fired. I was like, what? And I keep asking her, can you repeat herself? And she said she was fired. And I say, fired for what? Her dad chopped her off between around 1:30 p.m. because usually that's a normal p.m. shift. She started at 2. And she said, let me go get the manager. And then she went and get the manager. And then I asked the manager, and he said, oh, you never know Veta was fired? I said, no, I don't know nothing about it. So can you explain it to me what is going on? And he told me, I'm not going to give you a full detail because it's her privacy. And I told her, I told him, I understand my daughter's privacy at work, but I need to find out more information. Where is my daughter, and how come you guys fire her? What is the situation? And he said, she eat the candy without paying. I was like, what? And he said, that's all I can give it to you. But she was leaving the store around almost 4 o'clock. That's all they give it to me.
It was a normal day. Your husband dropped off Veta at the Home Depot. She went in for a shift, and while she was working there, they claimed that she ate a candy bar without paying for it, and they fired her for it. That is what they told you.
That's what they told me. That's all they...
Did they give you a time that she left approximately when she left out of the Home Depot?
He said around 3 to 4.
And she never called you or your family. She just disappeared.
Never. Yes.
Was she given her final paycheck?
Yes.
There's been some reports that she was carrying a lot of cash. Now, like Home Depot's, as far as I know, doesn't pay employees in cash. Do you know if she went and got her check cash someplace?
No. The manager did make it clear. They keep her cash, $1,300.
Okay, so they did pay her in cash. Okay.
Yes.
So that's why she had that money. So you were panicked. You went there to pick her up from work. You didn't know anything about her being fired, and now they're telling you she left hours earlier. Now you were kind of scared. I understand it.
Yes.
What did you do then when you found this information out and your daughter was nowhere to be found? What did you do next?
To be honest, I lost. My mind is lost at time. I don't know. I just pick up the phone and call my husband. And I just get in my car. On my way home, I call 911 right away. And then I came home and I take my husband and my kids. We went there and looking for my daughter again. So I search around that shopping mall. And we have to come back because the police say they will be at my house around 1 o'clock that time to file the missing person report. Then we came back. And when the police arrived, and I filed the missing person report.
What did the police tell you early on? Did they have any clues to work with, or did they tell you that she might have left on her own? What did they say to you when they first came to you?
Nothing. Only took my report and the store report. I don't know what time when they go and get it. And then Sunday morning, I didn't went to church. Me and my other Veta sister, my oldest daughter, we went there. I followed what the Home Depot told me. She was walking towards the Applebee and AT&T because they cannot even release me the video. I was tagging the manager at Home Depot. If I can see the video, make sure what time my daughter was leaving the store and where she was heading to, because I know those Home Depot had those cameras all over the parking lot. And they say I cannot. Then me and my daughter went and asked the Applebee if they can see the video, if they look at the video, the camera, and see if my daughter crossed the Applebee. We keep them the photos of it, and they say no, she didn't show on that camera. And I went at the AT&T. The lady say I cannot see the video, but she can go see at the camera and see if they can see my daughter, the time frame I give it to them. They say no, it's not appear on that time frame. She was crossing those shopping mall. I even went at a Walmart, tried to see if she's going there and buy something. Walmart won't let me see the video, and they cannot review either. And we have to do the search ourselves because that's the last time I heard from the police until I have to call them, leave voicemail every day, every week, until 2 weeks later. They call me. They say they still do investigation. They have the video from the Home Depot, but they cannot release until now. I'm still begging them, release the video to the public. or let me see the video. But they say because it's still on investigation. And all the saving we were saving, I turn around and withdraw that saving and pay the PI, helping my family looking for my daughter.
You tried to get all these places to show you the video, release the video, but none of them would. But then the police finally got the Home Depot to let them see the video.
Yes, they could have to the police.
Yeah, and then you hired a private investigator to work on the case. What did the private investigator find out when they started working on the case?
Nothing.
Now, ultimately, it was reported that there was video surveillance from Home Depot showing that Veta did leave at 3:45, and she was walking away from the store. Were you able to find out where she went from there after that? Does anybody know? No clue. Okay.
We didn't see the video, but that's what the Home Depot told us. That's why I was trying back asking them if I can see the video, so I can know what time exactly my daughter walked out that store and that parking lot. They didn't let me see the video, but that's what their story told me.
So you're going by what they told you, never got to see it for yourself.
It's Wednesday night after a long day, and the last thing you want to do is cook dinner from scratch. But you still want a satisfying, tasty meal without the guilt? Enter your freezer's sidekick, Cauliflower. From thin and crispy cauliflower crust pizzas to all-natural white meat chicken tenders and crowd-pleasing snacks, Cauliflower satisfies every craving. Cauliflower's products are your favorite comfort foods, but made better for you and gluten-free always. The best part? You don't have to sacrifice taste or time, so you can honor your cravings without compromising. Craving pizza? You can enjoy Cauliflower's delicious margarita pizza for only 370 calories for half the pizza. Looking for easy snacks that kids and adults alike will love? Cauliflower's baked, never fried pizza snacks are nostalgia reimagined and ready in 5 minutes. Cauliflower's products are available in freezer aisles nationwide. Visit eatcauliflower.com/where-to-buy to find a store near you.
Let's be honest. Most of us have a love-hate relationship with wired bras. We love the lift, but hate the digging. We love the support, but hate feeling trapped. Well, Knix just changed everything with FreeFlex, a wired bra actually designed to work with your body, not against it. FreeFlex features a revolutionary flexible wire that moves when you move, bends when you bend, and keeps everything exactly where you want it. No poking, no stabbing, no constant readjusting, just freedom to move. It also has a demi-cup shape for a natural lift with a lower neckline that flatters in everything from V-necks to dresses. And because it's from Knix, it's available in sizes for every body. Experience the first wired bra you'll actually want to wear all day. Visit Knix.com for 15% off your order with FreeFlex15. That's KNIX.com, code FreeFlex15 for 15% off. Knix.com.
Did you or the police or the detectives try doing any cell phone checks to see if you could figure out from her cell phone signal where she might have went?
They say, when I asked first, and they told me that they cannot pin the phone. And then months goes by, like months already. They told me they pinned the phone. The last location is on Home Depot.
So the last place they know that she used her phone was at that Home Depot?
Yes.
Were you able to go back and find out if she texted or called anybody or checked the phone records?
I have the phone record because her plan is on my family plan. And then I called the last phone number on her phone record. And that's the last person she talking to my daughter the same day she went missing. It's her friend. I did went there and try to convince her, tell me anything, because she's my daughter's close friend at work. I just find out later when she went missing. And she says she don't know anything. until now. She's not even talked to me anymore. I told her, okay. And then when the PI, he said they don't know where to look for her. Then I give her my daughter's laptop. I give the PI my daughter's laptop. I ask him, please look on this laptop, just in case my daughter met somebody online or something. But the PI told me they cannot go to the hard drive. I have to pay him extra money. But the only way they can go is just go on search thing. They find on search. And he told me that my daughter, it shows she was searching from Sacramento to New York the same day she went missing. And I asked him, are you going to go at the Crayon bus station and ask if my daughter paid that ticket? And he said no. Me and my friend has to do a lot of work ourselves. One of my friends jumped in and helped me. So we went. We went at the Crayon station. The lady was there, released the ticket. And she told us that the ticket was paid cash. So I asked her, can you see if my daughter did get on this bus? And she said, I cannot. I said, so how we know? And she said, that's all I can tell you. The ticket was paying on your daughter's name. And then the next following day, I went by myself again at the Crayon station. So I asked if they can see if this ticket was scanned. And the guy was working there. He said he cannot check if the ticket was scanned. He cannot look at the camera because of my daughter's age. And I tried to push the PI because I pay him to help my family. And I asked the PI why the police is not helping. I'm trying calling, leave a voicemail until they agree to call me back. They call me back. It's just because of my daughter's age. And the PI told me that they're not going to help because it's your daughter's search. I say there is no proof she ran away or disappeared or whatever where she's at. There is nothing you guys have. I only have the ticket, but the Crayon station say they cannot see if the ticket was scanned. Then the other week later, I went at the police station myself. Because when the detective, PI told me that day the police won't help because of my daughter's age, I went myself. I know everything is shut down. I went at the detective main office here in Sacramento, asking for help, and I asked them straight, why are you guys not helping? And you guys don't have any evidence. Where's my daughter at? Nothing. And then the detective came out and told me that they do the investigation. I said, okay, what do you guys have in hand searching for my daughter? And he said, they only have the video from the Home Depot. I said, that's all? That's all you guys have? And then he asked what I have. I said, okay, I'm going to give you guys what I have because I need help to trace my daughter. Then I give him the ticket from Sacramento to New York. And then that's it. I have to keep calling them again, leave a voicemail because I'm desperate for an answer. And then months later, almost 2 months, detective called me. He said he wants to come and swap my DNA, because the first swap they do, something was kind of off. I say, fine. Then he came and do the swap and pick up the laptop, my daughter's laptop. And then I asked him over here when he came in my house, did you guys was able to get the video, the camera from the Crayon station here in Sacramento? Did you guys was able to find out if that ticket was scanned and it was paid by my daughter? He say no. I say no, we're still waiting for the Crayon station footage, the video, and we're still waiting if your daughter did pay that ticket on her name, if your daughter did get on that bus. That's the last information I have until now.
Then that's a lot of stuff you had to go through. So I just want to recap a little bit of it. So the private detective couldn't really get in the hard drive, but he did find the search history, and your daughter had searched for traveling through New York, the day she went missing, actually. Also, you were able to track that she, or someone using her name at least, bought a Greyhound ticket from Sacramento to New York on the day that she went missing.
We don't know if she is the one or we don't know.
Okay,
if it's her or somebody else, because they're not even telling me.
But it was her name, at least, though. Whoever bought the ticket used your daughter's name. Okay. Were there also some Google searches about a taxi company as well? Do you know?
Yes.
And what was that search about? What taxi was that? What taxi company was that?
It's taxi over here in Sacramento, and I went there at the yellow cab myself because when I went there, I thought the PI already left because I already gave him the phone record. So I thought I pay him. Maybe he can go and look for it. But no, I just find out that when I try to call the PI, he's not calling me back until I walk in his office. Then I decided I'm going to still do this myself. Then I went and asked the yellow cab. I showed them the pictures and my daughter's flyers. I already do the flyers. And the man was kind enough. He said, look, your daughter is under 19. She's on the legal law. I said, I understand, but she's missing. And he told me that, yes, she did call and request for a cab, but it shows over here she canceled the cab. So nobody was picking her up because the guy did show me on their computer it was canceled. And then I called because the other number on there was a New York taxi cab too. Then I called, it direct me to New York. And then when I talked to the operator, and they say it shows that a person was called, but there's no pickup on here because we usually shows the pickup. And that's all.
Let me ask you this. From what I've seen reported, your daughter was carrying a crossbody bag with her when she went missing. Would she normally have that bag with her? Is that something she usually brought with her?
Yes, that's her normal work bag. She put her money, lunch inside and stuff like that.
Was there anything missing from her room? Anything that you could tell was missing that she might have taken with her?
Nothing, because she went to work. Nothing. I find out her wallet at home, her ID, birth certificate, Social Security, bank card, her laptop, everything was at home.
So all her belongings and her credentials and IDs and stuff were all at home, not things that she took with her.
Yes.
And the only thing it appears that she had with her was the money from the Home Depot.
Yes.
Did your daughter suffer from any kind of depression or illnesses, anything along those lines?
No, that's why I'm trying to figure it out. Why? It's not my daughter I know.
So that wasn't like her to be one that would just take a bus someplace and disappear?
Yes.
That day when your husband dropped her off, was that a normal day? Was she in a normal mood? Was she fine? Yeah,
because she went to work. I've already taken a nap. But before I take a nap, me and her, we just, chatting, laughing on the dining table while we're eating breakfast. And then I told her that, if you want me to drop you off, wake me up. And she said, no, Mom, Dad will drop me off. And then I asked my husband, and my husband she just said, bye, Dad, I love you, I see you tonight.
So everything seemed normal, and then you said she texted you later that day and said she would see you at 11 o'clock.
She always does that. She always texts me because I don't want to bother her.
Yeah.
Like, she's at work.
Did your daughter have any relationships or boyfriends or anyone that she was dating that might have had more information?
No, none. When I asked her, do you have a boyfriend? She said, Mom, whatever. As a mother, I always chasing her when I drop her off or pick her up or home time. Say, Mom, whatever you're talking about.
Was she a regular user of social media? Did she, Facebook or Twitter? There's some indication she had something called WhatsApp.
Yeah, she had WhatsApp. That's what I just found out when she went missing. She had WhatsApp, but I know she has a TikTok, and I know she has those kind of Facebook pages, but she only opened up and she never used it. Facebook, most of her time, it's WhatsApp and TikTok.
Veta have a bank account or a checking account? And if so,
yes.
has it been used or any money taken from it?
Nothing. There is no touch. She never touched that account. Nothing at all.
So it's undisturbed. It was also reported that your daughter had a lot of new friends at the Home Depot and she was talking to them quite a bit. Have police talked to them and her fellow employees at the Home Depot? Have they been cooperative?
I'm not too sure. Because when I went and talked I went back and forth to Home Depot. And I went and talked to one of her friends. I went to her house. And some of the Home Depot staff, I'm not going to brought up their name, they say, how come I don't see a PI you pay? Because we know it's all over on internet and some news. You pay a PI. And the police did not even come and talk to any of us. It seems like you back and forth try to find answer. I say, I don't know. I'm not going to wait for them. And I'm not going to give up. I know if the detective and the police do their job, I really appreciate it for them. Because that's what the detective told me when he came and take my DNA and my daughter's laptop. They're doing the investigation. That's why they cannot release any information on their site. But as a mother, my daughter never be apart away from me her entire life. So I'm not going to give up until I find answer.
Yeah, and I can't blame you. I don't think most parents would ever give up looking for their child. You received a text along the way somewhere, and the text basically indicated that your daughter's trafficked to Mexico. Can you tell us more about getting that text?
Yes, because detective told me too late. I'm not supposed to put my phone number up on the flyer. I'm supposed to put only the police phone number and their department phone number. I told him, I'm sorry, it's too late. I never caught doing this kind of situation before. So I have to do it. I have to post flyer. All those number was my family's number. And then every text was coming. I'm panicked and I try get where I can get my daughter. When I received that text, I called my PI right away. And the PI told me on the phone, you're not supposed to call me. I said, what? I pay you. And you did tell me you're not going to close my daughter's case until you get the answer, until we find my daughter. I hung up on him. Then I call the missing person unit. I leave a voicemail. Then nobody called me. Then I called the police non-emergency line. So the lady I was talking to, she was helpful. She would say, somebody will get back at you. She's got to relate the message. That whole day, I was out of my mind, like trying to get where my daughter at. I was trying to convince this person, just tell me I'm ready to leave Sacramento and go where I can get my daughter. Then the unit person called me and she said, send them back or email them everything. So I did email them everything. And until now, I have to send them the email every week, ask them what is going on. Because when I sent them the email, I talked to them on the phone. Nobody even get back at me what is going on this situation. On the text I emailed to them until I have to call them. And until I just get the email from them last week and say they still didn't have any new information. And my daughter's laptop is still on a different investigation team. That's all they keep telling me when I call or chat or email them. There is nothing information. Even my PI, I'm trying calling him, is not even returning my phone call.
It sounds like, and correct me if I'm wrong, it sounds like they think maybe because you put your phone number on that flyer, someone was just being mean and texting you fake information. Is that correct?
I don't know because they're not even telling me what is that sound.
Okay. So you don't even know. It sounds like you've had to do a lot of the digging for stuff on your own, even though you have the police that are supposed to help you and a private investigator. It sounds like you've done a lot of stuff on your own trying to get answers.
Yes, and that's what I'm trying to convince the detective working on my daughter's case. If they see that video, my daughter get on that bus to New York. And he told me that they're still waiting for the video from here in Sacramento and New York, Pittsburgh, wherever the bus was stopped. I say, why are you guys waiting for the far location? The answer is right, Sacramento. Why are you guys waiting for more video? Just want to make sure if my daughter did get on that bus, if that ticket was scanned to New York or whatever the last stop that ticket was scanned, tell me. Because the Korean station told me only you guys can go through those information and only you guys can release it too. But he said just be patient and wait for they cut the video from, they still didn't get the video from Sacramento yet, the Korean station yet. They still waiting for more Korean station where the bus was stopped. Because I told him, once you confirm my daughter did get on that bus, and the last place where that ticket was scanned, I'm out of here. I'm going.
Yeah. So if you
look for my daughter,
if you verify that she got on that bus, then you're going to go searching for her.
Yes.
And so the answer could be right there in Sacramento if they can tell for sure she got on that bus.
Yes, that's what I've been waiting for until now. Because, be honest, it's hard.
Your daughter very close with her sisters. Would they ever, maybe they didn't want to hurt your feelings or something that Veta wanted to leave on her own? Is there any way she could have left on her own and someone would help cover it up and not tell you because they don't want to hurt your feelings?
No. I already have a talk with all my daughters, my family. I asked them, do you guys know anything? What I didn't know, tell me, because you guys see I've been suffering a lot.
Yeah. And I can hear that in your voice that it's very tough for you to go through all this. I just want to ask you one last question. If your daughter's out there and she can hear your voice right now, what would you want to say to her?
I want to say to Veta, I want to make sure she's safe wherever she's at. She needs help. She can reach me anytime. She wants email, phone number. I will be always there for her, no matter what it takes. I just say, Veta, I love you. I miss you every day. I just want her to come home.
And she's welcome back home, it sounds like you're saying, no matter what.
I will never turn my back on my daughter. Never. I promise. Over my dead body. I will never, whatever the situation she's at, I would never turn my back on my daughter.
Hopefully, if there's anyone out there listening that has information, whether it's in Sacramento or New York or anywhere in between, they'll do the right thing and help you out and help your family out, find out what happened to Veta. And we're going to do our best to spread the word for you and help you out. And I hope you get the answers and find out the truth as soon as possible.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's why, whatever. Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate it because some organizations, they help me, but some of them I'm email, messenger, they say they cannot help. But thank you so much. I was so happy when you emailed me back. But like I say, I will never give up on my daughter. Never. I will always welcome her.
Missing Persons is produced under the name AbJack Entertainment by Mike Morford and Jessica Betancourt. It's hosted by Mike Morford and Jessica Betancourt, with writing and research by Jessica Betancourt and editing by Mike Morford. Be sure to listen every other Saturday for an all-new episode of Missing Persons.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. BetterHelp recently surveyed over 16,000 people and found that while 75% of people believe it's wise to seek support, only 27% of Americans are in therapy, and people stay silent to avoid being judged. BetterHelp has over 10 years of experience matching you with the right therapist, because we're all better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com/StopTheStigma for their first ever State of Stigma report, the latest in mental health research.